The climate has already been changing over the past 50 years. It's projected that the climate will change considerably in the future. The future will be different to now. There'll be some parts will be drier, some will be wetter, but we really don't know how that's going to play out for individual sites like Queen Elizabeth Forest Park, let alone an individual stand of trees. So we need to start thinking now about planning for that future, planning for that very uncertain future. I think if we don't start thinking about climate change now and factoring that into our decisions, we are going to be vulnerable to some of the extreme events that might arise, things like storms, floods, fires even. Some of the pests and diseases, some of the ones that are here now, but some of the ones that we don't even know about yet that could come. Forestry will become increasingly vulnerable if we don't take steps now to make our forests more resilient. It matters because we have a timber industry that depends on productive forestry, and it matters because we need forests to help meet our climate change commitments, to help sequester carbon and lock up carbon for the future. People love their forests, people love to see beautiful forests like this, they love to walk in them. There's a huge environmental value in forests and in forestry, and we need to keep a thriving forestry sector going in this country. And to do that, we need to spread our risk and plan for a future that may not be quite like it is now. People need to start thinking about diversifying the way that they do forestry, the species, the structure. They need to start being more vigilant, looking for problems as they arise. And we've developed a series of tools and techniques that forest managers can use to help, from decision support tools, which have been developed by researchers to help practitioners to make individual forest management decisions, through to guides setting out how we think the climate is going to change so managers can know what to expect. Some of the good practice we're seeing is forest managers who are looking at a broader range of species when they come to restock, thinking of other species that will not only be productive or attractive or good for biodiversity, but will also give them more possibilities for the future, more options really. Also, people are looking at diverse structures, maybe continuous cover forestry, or looking at different rotation lengths. We've also got forest managers who are being very good at monitoring what's going on in their forests. They're keeping an eye out for pests and diseases and reacting to what's happening. We want forest managers to consider climate change as a real impact on their forests, so they make decisions that are good for the future, not just for climate change, but for all the other things that they need from their forests. So we've brought the resources that we think forest managers really should look at onto the Forestry Commission website, a set of web pages that really bring everything together. So we've picked the really important bits and put them in an easy-to-use website so that people can just find what they think is relevant to them.